Aloha everybody and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you how we renovated our stairway. First, I removed all the old carpeting. There were no staples or tacks to remove, so I was pretty grateful for that. It was only adhesive. All I had to do was peel off the old carpet. Next, I'll remove all the old wallpaper. I'm gonna get the walls prepped up for painting. I'll sand the stairs, the window frames, the banister, and the landing at the top of the stairs. The banister and the landing are gonna get revarnished, so I needed to sand it well. Once that was done, I puttied and primed the walls and ceiling. This is my little science experiment here. It's a mixture of Yamato Shikui, light gray, water-based paint, and Eco Flat 60. I wasn't sure how this was going to turn out, so I decided to give it a try. Paint was too thin and plaster was too thick, so I needed to find the right consistency while mixing this. I found the best ratio was 1 part plaster, 1 part paint, 2 parts Eco Flat. I wanted to add texture to the wall, so I applied the paint on thick, then added texture by passing a broom over the paint, then softened the texture by gently punching it down with a scraper. For the floors, I'm gonna apply cushion flooring. I've used this cushion floor in a few videos before. If you haven't seen them, go ahead and check it out. I talk about the products I use and the process I went through to applying it. This double-sided adhesive tape will help keep the edges down while the glue sets. For this one step, I used a bunch of scrap pieces to make a stencil, traced it, and cut it out. It was just weird, I just couldn't cut around it. To finish the flooring, I wrapped the excess around the stairs and secured it in place with staples. And just to make sure that everything was secure, I tapped the staples in with a hammer. This is contact paper. I was gonna paint this, but I wanted a cleaner look, so I decided to go with contact paper. This is super easy to apply and very inexpensive. Last thing for this project is the trim for the stairs. I cut each piece individually and sanded everything down. For the trim around the steps, I made one piece and used that as a stencil for the other pieces. There were some weird angles on these steps, so I did have to trim a few pieces, and I also had to glue a few pieces together. I couldn't achieve the angle that I wanted with the miter saw. Once I had all the pieces, I used a water-based varnish and finished all the pieces with a matte top coat. I applied construction adhesive to each piece and secured everything in place with brad nails. I wanted a clean look. I didn't want to use these nails, but some of these pieces were a little warped, so they curved a bit, so I had to use the brad nails just to make sure everything was secured. I'm not mad about the way it looks. I still think it looks incredible. So this is what we started with. And here's the transformation. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe for more of my videos. Thanks again. Mahalo and aloha.